With summer being just weeks away, I thought this would be a great time to share with you how I have been reimagining our outdoor space. Creating a refined and elegant outdoor space can be a bit taxing on the budget. So I thought today I'd share with you how I have been reimagining our space using only secondhand items. So without further ado, let's get started. As we start spending more time outside in the summer months, I think it's most natural that we begin to think about how we will use our spaces, and outdoor furniture is a big part of that, whether you're dining outside or if you have an outdoor living area, which was what we wanted to incorporate on part of our outdoor patio. So as I began to look, this is where if you're going to have to spend a little bit more money, it's going to happen. And I recognized that. And so I was prepared, but not prepared for the high cost of purchasing these items new. However, do not spend thousands of dollars on new outdoor furniture. You can find this readily available in your thrift stores and on Facebook Marketplace. Additionally, yard sales and estate sales are another good option for finding outdoor furniture. Our existing patio furniture is all metal, and we've had it for several years, purchased from estate sales, yard sales, or given to us, but it did have some rusting on it and needed another good coat of paint. So we purchased this product, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce, and it is a rust inhibitor. So essentially you clean the furniture, prep it, and then brush this process right on top, and it inhibits the rust from coming back through the paint. So after giving all of our furniture a good scrub down and painting on this product, I then went in with my airless sprayer and used an enamel-based black Rust-Oleum paint. Now I used an airless sprayer because we had several pieces of furniture that needed to be attended to, but you can do this same thing with a can of spray paint. So after we had attended to all of our furniture, that simply left finding a patio set that fit within our budget. So I turned to Facebook Marketplace and found the exact size and set that we needed for $550. Online, it is still available through Ashley Furniture on sale for $1,000. I could not believe the price of the furniture. I was able to negotiate with the current owner, and she sold me this patio set for $450. Still an investment, but far less than we would have spent new. I have to say that this patio set required no DIYing whatsoever, but just a little bit of attention to some cleaning, and very little at that. I did go through once we got the set home, and I cleaned the wicker portion of the set and coffee table with mild soap and water, and then just hosed it all down and let it dry. Because it had been kept indoors in a lanai, the cushions virtually looked like they had been unused. We were so fortunate to find this. I went through, I gave those a quick disinfectant, a little bit of vacuuming, and some spot cleaning, and they were good to go. Now, because the Florida summer sun is so brutal here, even though this is going to be covered when not in use, I did choose to go ahead and add a Scotchgard protectant that also has UV protection in it. Completely optional, but I felt like it was necessary given our environment. These next two pieces I thrifted at Goodwill, and you saw those earlier in footage that I shared. These were very heavy, durable end tables, or an ottoman, if you would say. But what I really loved about them was they had this heavy gauge metal powder-coated removable top, making these items very functional in their purpose and use. Outdoor textiles is another way to add sophistication and refinement to your outdoor space. Pottery Barn, Crate and Barrel, West Elm all have some beautiful, beautiful selections in pillows, but those outdoor textiles can come with pretty hefty price tags. So for me personally, I like to stay within a neutral color palette. One, that's just my preference in decor, and then adding splashes of color seasonally. But two, it seems that I find more of these color options in the thrift stores. I don't know if people transition out of them or just choose to go another colorway. So on a couple of different occasions, I have been able to collect several different outdoor textiles for my space. These D-type cushions were the first two that I found in a really nice neutral brown. I also have a lot of black furniture, so when I came across these two outdoor pillows that were in perfect condition, I snatched them up. All of these textiles, you will notice, have zip-off cushions. I personally think that that is imperative because you can bring them home, wash them, and then sterilize the inside cushions. But this collecting over time gives you a great opportunity to add some soft textiles to your outdoor space. Outdoor decor is another area that I have a lot of luck thrifting items or doing things with a DIY in mind. These two particular wicker looking planters I found at a Goodwill for $19.99 each. Now, before you gasp, I did too, but then I did a quick search online and realized that even on Amazon, a pair of these can be $75. And even shopping at our more economical big box stores, they can get up into the hundreds of dollars. So I felt pretty comfortable that my $40 investment was worthwhile. Additionally, the inside has a planter that lifts out so that you can place an annual potted plant in there or plant your own perennial. Certainly plants add a softness to our outdoor space, but I would suggest that lighting plays an imperative part in that as well, whether it be through market lights or candlelight. A couple of weeks back, I showed a thrifted DIY tutorial that gave us a look for less on McGee & Co.'s beautiful summer collection of her rattan hurricane candle holders. I'll link in the cards above if you would like to recreate this look yourself. Another way is by thrifting lanterns. Outdoor lanterns are abundant in the thrift stores, whether they are a plastic PVC such as this one or a metal one. Remember, if the color is not to your liking, a can of spray paint goes a long way. If the candle is broken, don't let that discourage you. Simply remove it, as I did with this particular lantern, and then I used a recycled marble candle topper to replace the bottom and added in my own candle. Adding light to your outdoor space is very budget friendly, but gives you high impact and beautiful ambiance. Fire features are another way to really add great ambiance. You might remember that this past winter we upcycled an old fireplace that we had stashed behind our shed for a couple of years. With a little love and TLC, we now have an upcycled, beautiful fire feature that we can use on our outdoor space. Remember, tabletop fire features have just as much impact. Everything that I used for our refined, sophisticated outdoor space was secondhand, except, in full transparency, for this beautiful 8x10 indoor-outdoor area rug. I did purchase it brand new at Costco for $55, far less expensive than anything I found on Marketplace. I'd love to know which of these thrifted, DIY, or secondhand items inspired you to think differently about your space. Don't let your budget or the size of your outdoor area dictate the enjoyment that you'll have this season. Be creative, think outside the box, and create a space that you and your loved ones can enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you plan to do with your outdoor space this season. And as always, remember, stay on the journey as we continue making our way home. Until next time, bye-bye.